What is up, guys? So in today's video, I want to go over the 2060 in Battlefield 6, whether it's worth it if you have the 2060, or if just kind of to see if you want to upgrade, kind of see what the performance is like with the 2060 in Battlefield 6. Now the reason I wanted to do this is because on the Battlefield 6 official PC specs, the minimum requirement is the RTX 2060 with low settings. It does say on here low settings at 30 FPS, but we are going to test that and see if that's true. 6 gigabytes of VRAM, the Ryzen 5 2600 for the CPU, and the i5 8400 from Intel. And then 16 gigabytes of RAM. My current system has 32 gigabytes of RAM of DDR4 at 3200 megahertz. Here the minimum is just 2133 megahertz. And all this other stuff. Recommended settings are the 3060 Ti, which I just upgraded to. I found a great deal on Marketplace, $140 for the 3060 Ti, which is a great deal, but kind of hard to come across deals like that. So if you are looking to get a 2060 or you have one, try not to overpay. I mean, they are pretty cheap graphics card, maybe $80 to $120 range. Maybe you could strike a deal on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, or something like that. But don't overpay for an older card. Ultra, we're at 40, 80, and then Ultra Plus, we're at the 50, 80. But today we're testing the 2060, the little 6 gigabyte 2060, to see if it's worth it here in Battlefield 6. Now, this is actually a really good test just because Battlefield 6, they didn't make them for the older generation, so this game isn't on PS4 or Xbox One. It's kind of made for the newer hardware, the newer tech, if you might say. So right now we are on low settings, no upscaling. And another reason why I really wanted to do this 2060 is because I think it's like the cheapest card that you can get, that you're able to use DLSS and stuff like that. Because on the older cards, like the 1080 and 1660 and all that, you don't get that option. I'm pretty sure. So let's check here. So on graphics, we are on low settings and no upscaling, no NVIDIA reflex low latency, just straight raw low settings. And the game, I'm gonna be honest, guys, the game even on low settings does not look that bad. We are at about 80, 86 FPS. Once you kind of get into combat, it does kind of drop a little bit, if you're fighting weapons. And oh, we actually went up there. But once you're actually like in a combat zone, it does kind of go down a little bit, maybe like mid 70s around there. But right now we're chilling at a good 80 FPS, which is actually very nice, very playable, super playable. My VRAM right now is actually a little higher than it should be, just because I am recording on OBS and using a few other resources here for just to kind of get this video up. So we are about using 4 gigabytes of VRAM just on the game itself, just with low settings. So let's try medium settings, or no, actually let's go into upscaling. So let's go here, AMD upscaling DLSS. Let's go to quality, just a good regular quality DLSS. We got a slight boost, very slight boost, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell since I am on the quality side of the DLSS. You see how you kind of get into combat and it kind of does drop a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we are using basically all of our GPU percentage there. So let's load in and let's add the low latency mode right here. So low latency to reduce latency while increases PC's responsiveness. I don't think, does this affect FPS? I really don't know if this affects FPS, but we are going to see. Let's see if we could just spawn in. Let's spawn in back here. It was kind of chill back here. So I mean, it looked like it actually might have dropped a little bit. We might have dropped a little bit. If anything, it looked like we might have dropped with DLSS, which is interesting here. Maybe this just might be, maybe because I have it on quality. Let's drop it down to balanced and kind of see what we're working with. Okay, oh, we definitely jumped there a little bit. Now we are in 80, 85. pretty much same kind of FPS, maybe a slight little better. Now let's go into performance. DLSS here, performance, upscaling. We will try medium settings in it just a little bit. Graphics do get a slightly worse, a little bit more grainy, but we're definitely at a cool 90 FPS here. Let's see if we could get into a little combat just to kind of see if it drops a little bit. Oh yeah, it dropped a little bit, but you do see that the percentage for the GPU did drop slightly. We're not at 99% anymore, which is good. It looked like our CPU usage did go up slightly, if I'm right. Let's go to ultra performance on low settings, then we'll head over to the medium settings. Ultra performance, definitely not the best graphics. This is probably like the worst of the worst kind of graphics that you might get, but the best FPS. Definitely, for sure. We're in the hundreds, 110. You know, definitely if you just care about FPS and you know you're on 2060 and you know you just want the best FPS, you gotta go with low DLSS and you gotta go with ultra performance, which I mean it's still playable. It really is still playable. This game is a great looking game even on low settings. Now let's try medium settings. Actually, let me take off this. Well, I don't know whether to have this on or off. Let's see if it does anything. I doubt it does anything. Like to the FPS, I don't. If it does, then it's very marginal. If it does, can't really tell the difference. But I always just kind of run it myself just to low latency. Now let's go into medium settings. No upscaling. Let's try that. So medium settings, no upscaling. Okay, this is where we definitely start to drop a little bit. Not as smooth. We're at 59 FPS, 60 FPS, but definitely not smooth coming from just, you know, 90 FPS, 80 FPS where we just were. Definitely not the smoothest, but it is playable if you want to play it on a little bit quiet. If you don't mind 60 FPS. Oh, our game just ended there. Definitely playable. Let's see. We'll tune up. We'll go into we'll try DLSS on quality. I noticed quality definitely doesn't do too much. Let's just back out of here and load into another game. I definitely noticed that quality doesn't do too much to the performance of the FPS wise. If you know you want to get more FPS, let's just load into an escalation match here real quick. But yeah, let me know, are you using a 2060 right now? Are you upgrading? Like I said, I just upgraded, or I just bought a 3060 Ti. I haven't installed it yet. I bought it used on Facebook Marketplace for $140, which was a really great deal. It was listed at 170, I think. I offered him 140 because it was kind of a drive, about 50 minutes. And I went and picked it up, and I haven't tested it yet. Hopefully it works. But the guy seemed really cool. So hopefully, you know, all that goes good. And that is the recommended setting. So I might actually do a video just to kind of see how that works. But right now we're still in the 2060, 60 FPS with DLSS on quality. Like I said, not too much of a difference if you are, you know, using the quality, upscaling quality there. We're gonna go to balanced. Slight improvement. Oh, definitely. Oh, this is not bad. Definitely mid-high 60s. Definitely a little smoother than quality, for sure. Textures are not bad, but once you kind of get in like a, you know, war zone kind of combat zone stuff, oh, we're definitely dropping here. We're in the 40s, y'all. We definitely dropped there a little bit. So let's try performance and kind of see what we're working with. Oh, thank you. I got revived. That is nice. Oh man. Slight improvement, I guess, in the combat zone. Slight improvement. We're looking at, yeah, still in the 40s, still in the high 40s. Let's see. Yeah, definitely choppy. We're using basically all of our GPU resource here just to play on medium settings. I don't even want to try high settings because the game probably is going to crash. But we'll try here max setting with medium. and then we'll do ultra performance, which I'm actually kind of curious. Which, oh, look at that, that's not bad. 60 FPS. It does feel a little smoother, but if you're gonna go with ultra performance on medium settings, you know, the graphics are not as bad as low, but it is definitely a little grainy, a little more pixelated there. I wonder if in the zone, in like a combat zone, we drop to the 40s like we did earlier. It looks like we're in the 50s, so this kind of gives you an idea of, you know, performance wise. Me personally, I play the game on low settings, just low preset with, I think I go with enable plus boost, and we go, I personally just do quality, just kind of try to get the best here. Kind of surprised, oh, we are a little low. Maybe it's because I'm playing around with it, and maybe also could be because I'm recording. But we did drop. We are a little lower, which usually it wouldn't be like this, if I'm being honest. It would probably actually be at like 70. So maybe it's because we're kind of playing around with the settings here for a little bit. Which definitely interesting. Gives you an idea. Let's just go to performance, see if we should definitely be getting more stuff here, huh? Well, it looks like we're stuck at the 50s for some reason. Looks like we're stuck with the 50s. So yeah, definitely if you're gonna go with the 2060, just stay on low settings the whole time. Don't be switching your settings in game, because I think that could also be messing up the performance here, because we should definitely be at least 65 70 with performance. Definitely interesting there. Let's see, let me try something. Let's try ultra performance. No frame gen or anything like that. Definitely interesting that we're a little low. Earlier, if y'all remember, we were a little higher, which is interesting. So that might be a one-off thing here. Let's try to load in over here where there's not comeback. Oh, look at that, we're back at 60. Okay, that's interesting. But take it from my word, when I play this game without recording, on low quality settings, it's actually very smooth and very playable. I haven't had a single issue with it, playing with it. But yeah, that kind of gives you an overview. Let me know what you guys think. Would you use the 2060 if you have it, or should you just upgrade to something a little better? I wonder how the regular 3060 does, because that is a pretty popular GPU right now. Or it has been a popular GPU, especially in the used market, or how like a 6600 kind of competes with the 2060, right? How that kind of competes on XT. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the 2060 and Battlefield 6. Like I said, my rig here was a Ryzen 5 5600, just a regular one, non-X, and 32 gigabytes of RAM at DDR4, 3200 megahertz. That's pretty much my my rig. I think the motherboard's like a B550M Pro from MSI. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really want to try anything higher than medium. I mean, our VRAM is already pretty maxed out there at medium. I wonder if we go to high, maybe we might crash. Oh, yeah, no, that's pushing it. So low, medium, low. You want to stay on low settings here on the 2060. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna end off this video. Thank you for tuning in, and I might do a video on the 3060 Ti, maybe, just to kind of see the performance. That was the recommended spec there on their sheets. So on their recommended PC sheet. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Let me see, how do I end this?